Shocking secret about Arsenal. And England defender Ben White. Arsenal spent up to £50 million to bring in a central defender to reinforce what is considered an unstable defence. The name brought in by the London Gunners is Brighton Albion defender Ben White. So who is Ben White? And is his talent worth the amount Arsenal spent? For many Premier League football fans, they probably only knew the name Ben White last summer, when Arsenal signed a contract with this player. However, he is a name that scouts of top Premier League clubs such as Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, or Arsenal have been keeping an eye on for a long time. However, in this video I will tell you about defender Ben White's secrets that the Arsenal channel staff shared with me. Let's watch until the end of the video to find out. Ben White was born on October 8, 1997, in the town of Poole, southern England. Ben White started playing football in the youth teams of Southampton and Brighton, and then was promoted to the first team at Brighton. Ben White was once described by the British media as having a playing style mix between his two seniors, Rio Ferdinand and John Terry. A playing style that is both soft but no less mischievous. Ben White's playing style: playing as a central defender. Ben White is 1.83 m tall and weighs nearly 80 kilograms. A body shape that can be considered quite modest when compared to other muscular central defenders in a tough tournament like the Premier League. However, his advantage is agility and flexibility. Ben White uses his advantage to take up space in duels. While playing in the Championship, the 24-year-old midfielder often had a dispute-winning rate of over 70%. Besides, the ability to read the situation and calculate the time to make cuts is a strength of the English midfielder. On average, he has 4.15 interferences in the opponent's attacks, which shows how good Ben White's football thinking is. In addition, he also has the ability to launch attacks and score goals extremely well. While playing on loan at Leeds United, Ben White often launched attacks upwards to allow the strikers to escape and penetrate the opponent's goal. Also playing for Leeds United, the English midfielder unsurprised the coaching staff and scouts of Liverpool and Arsenal by catching the ball with his chest and then stroking the ball straight into Charlton's net. Witnessing that ball, no one thought he was a central defender. And of course, it is rare for any midfielder to own the two best goals of the month in 2 consecutive seasons. Defender Ben White's club career: Southampton and Brighton Albion youth teams. 2001 for 2016. Ben White started his career in Southampton's youth team, then transferred to Brighton's youth team in 2014 and trained there for 2 years. Ben was officially signed in 2016. Brighton first team and career as a mercenary 2016-2019. In the 2016 to 2017 season, Ben White was officially promoted to the first team of the home team American Express. He had an official professional match on August 9, 2016, in the confrontation with Colchester United in the Federation Cup framework. Older brother. Throughout that season, the English midfielder mostly made friends with the bench or only played at the EFL Cup playground. At the beginning of the 2017 to 2018 season, Ben White was loaned by Albion to the Newport County club playing in League 2. He made his League 2 debut on the 12th of August 2017 against Crewe Alexandra and scored his first goal in a professional championship on the 21st of November 2017 when he scored against the club Barnet. Also this season, the midfielder born in 1997 played impressively and won the title of Best Young Player of Newport County. Ben White's 2 outstanding matches were the victory over Leeds United in the 3rd round of the FA Cup, helping the team reach the 4th round of the FA Cup for the first time since the 1978 to 1979 season. In the 4th round of the FA Cup, Ben White also played excellently when helping Newport County draw with the strong team in the Premier League, Harry Kane's Tottenham. In the first half of the 2018 to 2019 season, White returned to Albion, but he was pushed down to the U23 team and was loaned out again to Peterborough United. In January 2019, here he played 16 matches and scored 1 goal. Promotion at Leeds and returned to Brighton 2019-2021. Entering the 2019 season, this can be said to be the season that helped Ben White get the attention of many scouts of big teams when he signed a loan contract until the end of the season with Leeds United, making his debut for the club. News said on August 1st in the 3-1 win over Bristol. The more he played, the more Ben White proved his ability, winning the title of Best Player in August voted by PFA. Then the title of Best Young Player in the Championship voted by Sky Sporting. In the 2019-2020 season, the 24-year-old midfielder played 49 matches and scored 1 goal, helping Leeds promote to the Premier League. December year 2019, he also received the award for Best Young Player of the Season from Leeds United along with Leeds, a place in the Championship squad. Before entering the 2020-2021 season, Ben White refused to sign a contract with Leeds United to return to Sir Brighton Albion. In his final season playing for Albion, the English defender played 36 matches in the Premier League and helped the club successfully avoid relegation, finishing in 16th place on the rankings. Expectations at Arsenal 2021 to present. The 24-year-old defender's career turned a new page when he signed a contract with the London Gunners, but since arriving at Emirates Stadium, Ben White has still not met the expectations of Arsenal fans since the beginning of the season until now. He has played for Arsenal 3 matches. But Ben White's performance has not really satisfied coach Arteta. Ben White's England national team career national team. Ben White caught the eye of coach Gareth Southgate when he watched Leeds' match in January 2020. However, it was not until 2021 when England prepared for the Euro 2020 finals that he was called up to the squad. Currently, Ben White has 2 caps for the 3 Lions. The first time on June 2, 2021 in the match against Austria, and the second time on June 4, 2021 when England played a friendly against Romania at Euro 2020. Ben White was named in the 26 players competing in Europe's biggest tournament, but he was not allowed to play a single minute. Ben White's titles and achievements. Title achieved. While playing on the national team, he won the 2019-2020 championship and was Euro 2020 runner-up. Personal title, the best player of August 2019 in the championship. Best goal of July 2020. Championship Team of the Season 2019-2020. Newport County Player of the Season 2017-2018. Leeds United Young Player of the Season 2019-2020. Brighton Albion Player of the Season 2020-2021. It's time for blockbusters to be recognized. How can a team that only scores an average of 1.6 for goals per match in the Premier League hold the biggest advantage in the race to win tickets to the Champions League next season? That is certainly a question that many people have asked about Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, but not everyone has a satisfactory answer for themselves. The secret comes from the certainty of the defense. Arsenal away to West Ham United. Without the services of important player Alexander Zinchenko, the coach Mikel Arteta is not worried because he has the perfect replacement Benjamin White. A few days after the 0-2 defeat against Fulham, a match considered Arsenal's most disastrous since the beginning of the season, Arteta talked about the importance of his students playing positions as well as tactical thinking. To take on each role on the field, players must be placed in the right place to fully utilize their strengths. That's the first thing, Arteta said. I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable because of their position on the field. The Spanish strategist did not mention any of his students by name, but at first glance, looking at the overall performance of the Gunners players during their away trip to Craven Cottage at the end of December, Jacob Kiwior was most likely potentially someone who is uncomfortable and being placed in a position against his strengths. The Polish defender was given the opportunity by Arteta on the left sideline in the hope of filling the void left by Zinchenko due to injury. But the 23-year-old had a disappointing match and was replaced immediately after the first half. And it can be said that the role Zinchenko is taking on at Arsenal right now is definitely one of the most difficult positions in football, because it requires the player to be comprehensive in both defense and regulation of play. Placing Kiwior in place of Zinchenko helps Arsenal's defense become more solid in defense. But every time the player born in 2000 has to stick in the middle to participate in the ball circulation process from the backline, Kiwior does not seem to have enough technique to help Arteta's army escape pressure from their opponents. After the defeat against Fulham, Kiwior was able to start in the squad twice due to Zinchenko's physical condition, respectively against
West Ham
Liverpool
last weekend
in the third round of the FA Cup encounter at London's Olympic Stadium on Sunday night. Arteta discovered the perfect stuntman for Zinchenko, none other than defender White on the right sideline. Although it was the first time the British star tried out Zinchenko's role, White had a great match. The versatility and skillful ball handling skills of the 26-year-old defender helped Arsenal completely control the match. In the 77 minutes White was on the field, the former Brighton and Hove Albion star had 81 touches of the ball and made 66 passes. Before the confrontation with West Ham, the player born in 1997 only had an average of 79 touches of the ball, as well as making 61 passes per 90 minutes. Since the start of the season, the fact that White was pulled more into the middle by Arteta also helped his teammates be happy when playing football, specifically when the English star sticks to the midfield to participate in the ball rotation. The Arsenal defense will now be in a state of 3 centre-backs, so Kiwior can do what he wants, defend. At the same time, when White proactively moved inside, the 1997-born defender also drew the attention of at least one West Ham player, thereby opening up space for striker Bukayo Saka to comfortably stir up the hallway opponent's left edge. Since the beginning of the season, the image of Saka struggling with at least 2 opposing defenders has been repeated over and over. But in the match at London's Olympic Stadium, having to face born in 2001 reveals all strengths. Only Emerson Palmieri on the home team helped the star. Even though he only played 67 minutes, Saka made 8 shots, created 2 big opportunities for his teammates, had 4 successful dribbles, 76 touches and 1 double goal. Saka's sublimation turned the right sideline into the Gunners' main attack direction throughout the entire match with 47% of the time, compared to 24% on the left side. During the early part of his career, White often took on the defensive midfielder position while playing for Leeds United, as well as Brighton, so the fact that the English star quickly adapted to his new position was not surprising. The victory over the Hammer was Arsenal's 4th consecutive victory after a short winter break in Dubai. This vacation comes at the right time for the Gunners to recharge. And so does White, because before Christmas, the English star had a knee problem. But the former Brighton star endured the pain to contribute to the home team. Emirates Stadium in the context of Jurrien Timber still having to recover from injury and Takehiro Tomiyasu having to compete in the 2023 Asian Cup with the Japanese team. With his brave warrior spirit, White deserves to be rewarded by Arsenal with a new contract with a better salary. If the official agreement is approved, the North London club will successfully tie down the 3 most important factors in the team's defense right now: William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes and White. It can be said that, after 3 seasons playing at Arsenal, defender Ben White is proving that the price of £50 million that the Gunners paid is too cheap for a versatile defender from right wing to midfielder position. Furthermore, the English player rarely gets injured and has made a huge contribution to the Gunners' titles and playing style. Hopefully this season, when this player is on the rise, he will make contributions to help Arsenal reach the Premier League Championship Cup after many years of waiting.